was never a flow.
Thanks, Tom. There was never a flow.
Now entering Nerdist.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Allison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip.
And I'm Alex Albrecht.
And Tom just smashed the glass into his tooth.
I just love the look on Tom's face when he hit his teeth with a drink.
And he was like,
did that just happen?
You did just do that.
And then it was that moment of, did they see and hear that? Yes,
we did. Well,
speaking of the devil, Tom, Super Volcano Gradsky.
We didn't even show the show right.
I know.
You guys, for about the next 30 minutes, we're going to...
Oh, right.
You're going to sip some booze and spit some booze. But we've already gotten into it.
Too late.
It's been so long since I've seen you guys.
Welcome
like a
back.
month, maybe?
We've been away from each other for like a month.
Jeez, you guys have been busy. Traveling. Haven't you?
I know. Yeah. Well, I was gone for 2 weeks, and then Alex left for 2 weeks. So that's the thing. Like, normally it's one person's gone, but it's because our trips...
Well,
Alex, you went someplace fancy.
I did.
Where did you go?
I'm not going to lie to you.
Was it really fancy?
It was very fancy.
Tell us all about it.
It was, well, first off, I went, so Heather's, how to explain this? So Heather's sister, her older sister.
Yeah. That was a pretty easy explanation.
Her and her husband, her and her husband
yes.
Do a lot of philanthropy. Right?
Oh, nice.
So they'll do like charity events and they go to all these balls and, whatever. Well, at a lot of those things, they do like silent auctions.
Yeah.
And so I guess her sister was drunk at one of these silent auctions and got a 7-day trip to Antigua.
Oh my gosh!
In the
How
Caribbean.
much did she buy?
We don't literally
She's
don't
like,
know.
I won't tell. I will never tell.
Charity,
Yeah, charity.
Philanthropy.
Yeah.
So about a year and a half ago, Heather was like, "Hey, do you want to go to Antigua for 7 days?"
Where
and I was
is
like,
Antigua?
Yeah.
And I go, "Sure. Where's that?"
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Oh my God!
What?
I totally forgot I get to tell this story.
Oh, goody!
Ooh.
I just got
Before we even go,
excited.
before I even flew out to Antigua.
Yeah.
So
Are you going to tell us where Antigua
I'm
is?
telling. Oh, just so it's in the Caribbean.
Oh, okay. Good. I was like, you could have told me it was in
it's-
Canada, and I'd be
yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it's I realize now it's the British West Indies.
Ah.
So it's the Caribbean is sort of like starting at the tip of Florida. That's what she said.
Yeah.
It's like
Sure.
it's like an L
Yeah.
or like an elbow shape
Yes.
that goes sort of like
Yeah, it's that whole series
chain
of islands.
Yeah, and there's like name an island. It's there.
Bahamas.
Bahamas is in there. Nassau.
Greece.
Road
Road
Island
Island.
is a little north. But so anyway, so we pushed it, and finally it was like, great, it's coming. We're gonna go to Antigua. Super
Yeah.
excited. I have not looked into anything. I mean, I just know it's
Yeah.
Caribbean. Great.
Yeah.
So we leave Saturday
Of whatever week that
of
was.
whatever week that was.
Yeah.
The prior Saturday, we went down to La Jolla and saw my family. It was Easter.
Yes.
The prior weekend was Easter. So saw my family and all this stuff. Monday, my mom calls because I guess something we had talked about. She was like, "Oh, I need to talk to you."
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why I say that is because I would not have usually talked to her 2 days after seeing her for 10
Right.
hours, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it was odd that she called and we were like, "Oh, right, that thing we were talking about, blah, blah, blah."
Yeah.
Blah. But anyway, so I was like, yeah. So she's like, "Are you excited to go to Antigua?" And I was like, "Yeah. I mean, why not? It's Antigua. It's Caribbean.
It's
Yeah.
free.
Blah, blah,
It's a
blah."
free trip.
So then she goes, "Where is Antigua?" And I go, I don't know. I mean, it's in the Caribbean." She was like, "Yeah, but is it like one of those like French things or is it British?" And I go, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the only thing I know is it's not the United States. And then I go,
Oh.
it's not the United States.
Yeah. And you're like, where's your passport?
I go, hold on, let me check something real quick.
Yeah.
Because I just had not, I mean, I was like, whatever. We just
Yeah.
went to Puerto Rico
Yeah.
in the United States.
Right.
Right.
So I go to the safe. I
Yeah.
open the safe. I grab Heather's passport. I open it up. Expires in 2025.
Okay, that's
She's
good.
good.
That's
I
okay.
grab my
Oh,
passport.
no.
I
Oh,
open it
no.
up. August 2017.
Shit! Oh my god, it was already expired.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! And so I go,
Oh no!
Mom, I'm gonna have to call you back.
Yeah! Oh my gosh!
And I go,
I thought you were going
what?
to tell me it expires like soon because you still can't
Yeah,
travel. You have to
within
have like
3 months of,
or I thought it was
Nope.
6 months
Or something
on
like
it.
that, yeah.
Nope,
It
none of
expired
those
last
things.
year.
So I go,
Alex, I'm so upset with you because how many times last year did I talk about renewing your passport because you're going to start to need your passport to travel within the United States?
I just did it because Allison reminded me. I got
Honestly,
my passport card, too.
Yeah,
you just
I got a
reminded me that
passport
you
card.
reminded me then.
Oh my gosh, Alex.
Doesn't help now.
It doesn't help now. So there I was.
Yeah.
Less than 7 days before flying out of the
my
United
goodness.
States without a passport.
Yeah.
Right.
And I remember doing these passport things. It's not fast.
No, but you can get rush. Yeah. You can
And
expedited service.
You pay for it.
Yeah.
So I go online, I find this thing. It's like passportandvisas.com. And they have a place in Los Angeles, like a couple blocks from the house.
Great.
We're not a couple blocks, but 5 minutes from the house.
Yeah.
And so I just called them, and they were like, okay, well, what's the deal? And I was like, I'm leaving on Saturday, and I don't have a passport. And they were like,
They start laughing at you.
No, they said, because I looked online, and they said you can expedite it, and it can be done as quickly as 24 hours.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Wow.
Yeah. Well, so I do all this stuff. Anyway, long story long. I do all the stuff. I get the passport. It's fine.
Thank goodness.
But it was one of those things where I was like,
Thank God you had that
Monday.
conversation with your mom.
and I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Because it would have been fucking Friday when I was
Yeah,
packing,
yeah.
and I would have been like, do we just have IDs or like what's the deal?
Oh, my
and then I would have been
gosh.
like, I'm not going.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not going to Antigua.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was like
Wow.
the beginning
Moms always
of.
come to
Yeah.
the rescue.
So second thing we learned is fuck red eyes.
Oh, yeah.
From
No.
LA to Miami.
No.
It was so hard. So the problem with Antigua, the problem with the Caribbean and the West Coast, the reason why
The
most
East
people,
Coast?
No, the West Coast. The reason why most
I
West
see.
Coast people, when
Yeah.
they want to go to tropical places,
They go to Hawaii.
don't go to the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Is because it's far
Yeah.
from here.
Yes.
And so we just happened to go because like Heather's never been to the Caribbean. I used to go because East Coast, it's like that's where you go,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
The Keys, you
Right.
know, whatever.
Bahamas, yeah.
Bahamas, Nassau, whatever. Anyway, so we leave Saturday night at 11 p.m. Yeah. We take a red-eye flight to Miami that arrives at 6 o'clock Miami time or something
Right.
like
Yeah.
that.
So 3 o'clock here.
Yeah, so 3 o'clock here. We're then sitting in the Miami airport like zombies
Oh no.
till 10, I think, was our flight, 10:45. We then get on that flight, which is 3.5 hours to get to Antigua. So
Right.
we are out of it.
Yeah.
But here's the
You
crazy
probably
thing.
should have flown in the day before and like spent a day in Miami.
Yes. That 100%.
Yeah.
Only
yes.
you were going somewhere relaxing.
I
Right.
know. Well, dude. But then the crazy thing was they were supposed to meet us, Heather's sister and brother-in-law were supposed to meet us at the Miami airport because there's
Yeah.
only one flight to Antigua. So we were
Yeah.
all taking that flight.
Got it.
Their flight got canceled.
Oh, jeez.
And listen to this.
Where were they flying in from?
They were flying in from, I think, either Austin or Dallas.
Oh, okay.
But how crazy is this? Do you want to know why their flight was canceled?
Yes, I do.
2 of the flight attendants got into a fight.
Really?
They
Beautiful.
got into a fight.
Wow.
And they were like,
my gosh.
and they finally came on and they were like, look, we got to go. We're willing to go with just one of you if one of you will leave. And they were both like, fuck that. If she's
Wow.
leaving, no, he's leaving. No, she's leaving. No, she's leaving.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And they were just like, what? Like, that's why the flight.
Oh,
so
my
they actually
gosh.
had to spend the night in Miami because they could only get them to Miami well after the flight
Yeah.
left. So
That's bullshit.
so they missed a full day in Antigua.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh man.
Which is
Did you guys
crazy.
slight segue? Did you read about that Southwest flight that fucking
That's
freaked me
insane.
the fuck out. Like an engine exploded and part of the engine cracked the window where a woman was sitting and broke the window open. She got sucked out of the plane.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
they pulled her back in, but
They
she
pulled her
also
back, but she died.
Yeah.
I was like, I always sit at the window seats.
Me
And
too.
now I'm like
I'm an aisle seat man for that
but now,
exact
now
reason.
I'm like, I will
No,
I will
just-
only sit at a window
I pee.
seat in front of the engines. I will not sit now I think I will not
Wicked
sit in a
smart.
window
Interesting.
seat behind the
That's actually
engines.
really smart.
Right?
But also, like
Yeah.
they're now like the whole FAA and all the UK
Yeah.
version of the FAA is all like emergency maintenance on all
Yeah.
of those planes. Because I guess what it was actually a stress fracture in the fan blade.
Metal fatigue.
Right.
they were
Metal
saying, right?
fatigue, metal
Yeah.
fatigue that then caused a fracture in the blade.
Wow.
And the problem is that metal fatigue is really hard to find.
Oh.
So it's really
right.
hard to. So that's why. But I mean, it's like it's one of those things where you're just like, aviation is so weird because I almost got my pilot's license.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's some, but I even to this day, like I don't like I love flying, like being the person who is flying, that's super
but
fun.
you don't love being the
I
passenger.
don't love being a passenger because
Right.
it's like I just don't love that I'm not in control.
Yeah.
and it's fine.
I like that in a car though. So
Yeah, I guess that's
I
true.
I just like being the person in control.
Yeah.
because we
I
have
guess that's
control
true.
issues, Alex. That's
Shocker.
why. Yeah,
You know where I didn't have control issues?
Antigua.
Antigua.
Good segue back.
Yeah, there we are.
Woo! Bringing it back to the vacation. All right,
So
go for
it was. So first off, didn't know. I mean, learned everything about Antigua that you could possibly learn. So we fly into St. John's, which is their main city, and we're driving to the place that we're staying, which is sort of like. Basically, they have these like resorts that are sort of. I don't want to say all inclusive, but they're like self-contained.
Yeah, all the stuff you need is
All
there.
the stuff you need is there,
Right.
and you go on trips outside of it.
Right.
But mainly, it's not like you're just like renting a house in Antigua, right?
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
you
yeah,
go
yeah.
to a place, and
Right.
it's fucking awesome. I mean, awesome. Like we stayed in this place. It was a 3-bedroom suite that was on the beach. And so you would literally wake up in the morning and like open the sliding glass doors and you would just see this Caribbean Sea and this like secluded bay that we were in.
Do you say
There'd be, like-
Caribbean or Caribbean?
it's either Caribbean
I
or
know.
Caribbean.
I think I say
I
Caribbean.
alternate weirdly.
Yeah, I do too.
Like sometimes I say like
Breaking Bad.
pirate. I like say
God, don't bring
I
that
say
up.
like Pirates of the Caribbean. Where'd
Yeah,
you
right,
go?
exactly.
The Caribbean. It's
Yeah.
like, what?
Definitely,
It's like-
it is definitely Pirates of the Caribbean.
Right.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean is wrong.
Right.
I think
But-
we can all agree on that.
Yeah, but it's like, but I went to a Caribbean island.
Yeah,
Like,
totally,
it's
right.
fucked up. But anyway, so and it's really cool because it's British West Indies, so it's a UK. It's a Commonwealth now. They gained independence in 1981.
Nice job.
So
Did
they're
you
sort of like
That's
dude,
when I
got
gained independence
history.
from my mom's womb.
There you go. You're like Antigua. Everybody's liberated. Anyway, but it was like, I mean, so when you're driving in,
Yeah.
it's not. It's like I wouldn't say that it was like a depressed or it's just not a super rich island overall.
Right.
And there were some really interesting things. Like a lot of houses were half built.
Oh.
And I was just like, is this a thing? Like,
Are they-
what is this? But then I was talking to our taxi cab guy that we got sort of connected with, and he was our guy like the whole time, named Lava.
Nice.
Super nice guy.
That's lava?
Yeah,
That's
He goes,
amazing.
hey, you won't forget my name is Lava. Hot, hot, hot. And I'm like, all right, Lava. All right, Lava. But it was really great because we could ask him all these questions about Antigua, and he was like,
Yeah.
yeah, well, it's like this, it's like that, it's like this. So a couple of things that I was like, this is really interesting about this island. One, I go, okay, what's the deal? Like every couple yards, there's a house that's like half cinder block on stilts, you
Yeah.
know, what's going on? And he goes, oh, well, people here, they don't want to borrow money from a bank to build their home because if you miss a payment, the bank takes your house.
Oh.
Okay.
So he goes, so what they do is they just
Take
build
their
their
time.
house. They build their house out of their pocket is how
Yeah.
he put it.
Oh.
So essentially they'll work for a little while and then be like, awesome, I have the money. I'm going to put the second floor cinder blocks up.
Got
and
it.
then they work a little bit and they just leave it on the property
Makes
because
sense,
they're like,
man.
it makes fucking perfect sense.
Instead of being
Yeah.
in debt.
Yeah, and like 10 years later, you get to go into your own house that you have paid for
Yeah.
fully. So I was like, that
So
tracks.
smart.
All right.
So it's also the third most, it's the third densest population of churches to population on the
Whoa,
planet.
what?
Oh, wow.
Tons
Churches.
of churches. Tons of churches. Like there so many churches, it wasn't even funny. Like every
Yeah.
time we would go by, we were like, there's another church. And he was like, oh yeah, that's the blah, blah, blah church. They come out Sunday. Well, that's the blah, blah, blah church.
Oh, my gosh.
So and then we were driving around and I was like, so we just go, hey, what's the crime like? Because there were like these little police stations and stuff, but
Yeah.
we never felt unsafe
Yeah.
there,
Right.
you know? And even though it was like, sometimes when you travel and you go to places that are like, these are for rich people. Like the place we were staying is like, this is for rich people. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
And it was awesome. But then sometimes you're like, yeah, we don't want to go outside because it like feels like now I'm the guy that's everybody's looking at. Like there goes the rich guy, right?
Right.
And I go, so what's the crime like here? And he goes, oh, there's not much crime. There's only 95,000 people that live on the island.
Oh.
And he goes, oh, there's not much crime here. And we were like, oh, why is that? And he goes, well, A, everybody knows everybody and is related.
Oh.
So it's like if you steal something
You're
from
stealing
somebody,
it from
they'll
your
be like,
uncle.
Bill stole from you. And then
Yeah.
everybody in your family is like, what the fuck's wrong with you, Bill?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
Damn
like,
it, Bill.
yeah. And I was like, well, that's interesting. And then he said something else. He goes,
Oh, no.
we also are one of the only places where we still have corporal punishment.
Corporal
And I went,
Holy shit.
what? And he goes,
Oh, my God.
He goes, yeah. So a great example. My daughter went to school,
Yeah.
and the principal hit her because she did something. And she came back and she was crying. She was like, the principal hit me. And he goes, well, did you do something wrong? And she goes, yeah. And he goes, well, are you going to do it again? And she was like, no.
Yeah.
And he was like, good, then you won't get hit again.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. And so I was like, I'm not a huge fan of, hitting kids. But at the same time, I was like, there's something sort of like refreshing about the fact that it was just like, she came home and was like, and he was like, well, did you do something wrong?
Yeah.
She's like, well, yeah. And he's like, are you going to do it again? No.
Yeah.
He's like, the system
there you
works.
go.
Yeah.
Not as long as the principal's around.
Yeah.
So I was like, how cool is this island? Is like low crime rate, more churches than almost anywhere else.
So
in the
many
world.
kids getting hit.
So many kids getting hit.
but wait.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, but the actual Caribbean-ness of the bay
Caribbean-ness?
was like, I can't even imagine. Like the water, you would just walk, and there were people that were just like there from the place, and so like I was floating in the sea, and I was drinking beer, and they have this great beer called Wodadli, which is it's their local Antiguan
good.
beer.
Did you bring us
for
some?
us? Yeah.
No, but I have a shirt. I don't know.
That doesn't help me get drunk.
I'm gonna go see if I can find some. But what? And then I would go. I was like sitting in, like just floating, drinking beer, just sitting there. And then I would run out of beer, and I would like put my beer in the air,
And someone
this
would,
guy
like-
would walk and take the beer from me, and then go, and then come back and hand me another beer.
Oh my gosh.
And
that
I was
sounds
like,
heaven.
"Jeez, man.
Why would I leave this place?
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
It was so relaxing, and also it got me super. So I started watching Black Sails,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
the pirate show, which I'd never
the
seen.
not Pirates of the Caribbean.
The not Pirates of the Caribbean shows. It's called Pirates of the Caribbean because it's not
It's the
Pirates of the
knockoff.
Caribbean. Yeah, it's the knockoff. But I started watching it because like we would go and tour like there's this place called English Harbor, which is like you're standing on this cliff looking down at this fucking postcard, and it's like you go down and there's like a 1700s shipping yard that's the main. It's like going to like Gettysburg, but for fucking the Caribbean. And it was just like it was so fucking awesome and just relaxing. The weather was perfect.
I'm so
no
jealous.
bugs. It was
That
just
sounds amazing.
So we
No,
went-
no bugs. I think he threw that in the end. No bugs.
no, it's
Dick
true.
biting
It
spiders.
was like
Yeah.
it was. By the way,
No dick biting spiders.
I didn't see any spiders.
Oh.
But I saw one spider web. And
Oh.
so I didn't want to ask like. So no spiders, right?
Yeah.
Because then I would see them and they'd be on my face.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just gonna assume.
If you go looking for trouble,
Yeah,
you'll find
a
trouble.
spider.
Oh my
But it was really
gosh.
cool because they had like little geckos and stuff like that.
I
And-
love geckos.
Oh no, it's really great
Oh my
because
god, I love geckos so much.
there were tons. And by the way, it was really great because the guy said like, yeah, in Antigua, because it's all British.
Yeah.
So one, it was discovered by Christopher Columbus.
Ooh.
Really?
I've heard of him.
Yeah.
We
But-
heard he discovered America, too.
No,
and
but guess
that's
what?
not true.
Never stopped. He literally drove by Antigua and
You mean
went
sailed?
Yeah,
sailed
he
by
like
it?
sailed by Antigua, looked and was like, "That's Antigua." Okay, let's keep going.
Oh my god.
Never even came
Never
ashore,
stepped foot on
but
it.
called it Antigua.
Wow.
So that's why it's called Antigua. Then the British came,
Yeah.
and there wasn't really an indigenous population. It's close to South America, so like the Mayans came over at one point, but then
cool.
then another South American people came over and sort of beat the shit out of them and took over.
Oh,
but
man.
then they kind of left, so it was like wasn't really inhabited. There wasn't like a Polynesian,
Yeah.
like actual native population. And so the British took it over. It's the only Caribbean island that never changed hands. The British always held it.
Oh.
They never lost it. A lot of them were like British for a while, then the French took it, and
Yeah.
then it was French for a while, and then the British took it back, and then the Spanish took it.
Yeah.
Antigua's the only one that
Like,
was
we
like,
are motherfucking British.
yeah, they were like, we're motherfucking British, stay off our shores.
Yeah.
And I think it's just, because of where it was and the order, basically it was just really tough to steal. But it was really,
go,
it
man.
was,
Jeez.
dude, it was so much fun.
Sounds awesome.
Everybody was so
great.
nice.
I was in New York.
Yeah, how was that?
Cold.
Like the
and
Caribbean?
It snowed. No, it was miserable.
That's horrible.
I mean, I had a nice time, but I was like, I left LA and it was 75 degrees, and I got to New York and it was 30, and I was like, what is happening right
No,
now?
thank you.
Yeah.
No, spank you.
Yeah. Although I do remember something I wanted to tell you guys on my flight home from New York.
Yeah.
Justice League was on the plane. And I was like,
funny.
I'm finally going to watch Justice League.
Oh, did you watch it?
My God, it is the most forgettable movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know.
Literally, the movie ended, and I went, "Wait, what? Did I watch a movie?" Like,
Yeah.
I was,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, "What happened?" And it's not like the acting's bad. It's
No.
not like the characters are bad.
It
It's
feels
just
like the first act of a good Avengers movie.
yeah.
Like where it's just like,
Speaking of Avengers,
That's this weekend.
this episode comes out on Monday.
Yeah, it does.
yeah,
Monday evening.
yeah.
Oh, no.
I will be at the Infinity War premiere.
What?
Doing a
Do you need a
little
date?
dance. I am someone's date.
Do they need a second date?
I am a date.
I am a date.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Oh, are you
my God.
his date?
Am I what?
His date?
Yeah.
I don't. No.
No, the wink.
No.
Look at the winking.
I don't know what you were trying to imply.
The wink.
No.
The
That's
wink.
right. No, I am not my friend Sebastian Stan.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
okay.
that's
I'm
what he
like,
was trying to get
name
at. And I
drop.
realized
Yeah.
as I was saying it, I didn't want the listeners to think that. I mean, clearly I'm going to see Seb there, but I'm not
yeah.
Seb.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but I am so stoked because I'm really looking forward to this movie.
I
it looks
And then
amazing.
I also already have tickets to see it again on opening night Thursday because I was like, I'll see this movie
Yeah.
twice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of those movies too that like everybody I talk to is like, don't like. I guess there's like lots of shit that goes on, and there's like spoilery.
Yeah, I
things.
know. I mean, let's be honest. We got Captain America's got to die, right?
No, it's
I
going to
think
be Iron
everybody.
Man.
Yeah, Iron
No,
Man's
I
gonna
think
die.
Iron Man's going to retire.
And then hand over to the Black Panther girl.
Yeah, that's what
Shuri,
we think.
my
Yeah.
favorite
The
person on the
Ironheart.
planet.
Yeah.
Is that what they
Yeah.
call the girl in the comics? Ironheart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But
That's
I think
cool.
Cap's going to die.
Yeah.
I think a couple people are going to
better
die.
not die.
We know
He's my favorite.
We know Cap, the actor, has said
Yes.
goodbye.
Yes.
So we know he's going to go somewhere that he cannot return from.
I'd be
say
good if
that,
like
Alex.
Scarlet Witch or Vision kind of went to. I'm sort of sick of their storyline.
Honestly, actually, their storyline is the worst.
It's awful. I
and
feel bad.
Vision
'Cause
only
they're both
exists because
very
he's an
good
Infinity
actors.
Stone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's the,
Oh, right. He's an actual Infinity
he
Stone.
is an Infinity Stone.
That's
yeah.
right. I totally forgot about that.
That's the only reason why he's still in the movies.
Yes.
Because otherwise
Yeah.
he'd just be still. Because basically he's just Jarvis guy now.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
Because he's also Jarvis. Like that's how
Right.
he came from. You know.
Paul Bettany. Good
Paul
job.
Bettany.
Who was the actual voice for Jarvis and then
Yeah.
became the actor
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
movies, which is
yeah.
pretty great. Yeah.
Super smart. Yeah, but Scarlet Witch, I'm like, all right, she's a witch.
Yeah.
Hawkeye, I don't really get.
But see, I don't think they can kill Hawkeye because he has
They
a family.
won't.
I think that Marvel won't do
That's
something like
more
that.
drama there.
I know it
Kill-
is, but like I don't think Marvel gets that dark.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Like
Yeah.
if it was
I'd kill him if I
DC,
were
If it
I'd
was
be
Zack
like
Snyder,
Yeah.
that guy's
for
children will be
sure
killed
dead. Yeah.
and viciously on screen for no
Yeah,
reason.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, but I'm
God.
super excited.
Hey, before we get into potentially emails,
I think we have the same thought.
yeah,
Yes.
yes, nice.
Wow.
Yes, we have the
Ooh,
same
yeah.
thought.
Thanks.
So, as you guys all probably remember, for about 2 weeks, we said you could send us stuff to the Nerd Melt Theater, and then the Nerd Melt Theater closed.
That was such a
Oh.
great 2 weeks.
But during those 2 weeks, we actually got a few gifts, so we
Yeah.
have them with us now. We want to say thank you to people.
I have not seen any of these
Yeah.
yet.
Start
You
with
guys
this
know
one.
what this is?
I have not. No, I'm going to read this note.
I opened
Okay.
them just in
Yes.
case there was something like alive in them, but then I was like, why would anybody send that? But
Is
here you
that
go.
our fans?
Okay, I'm going to read this one. Dear Alex, Allison, and of course, Super Volcano Flight Engineer Extraordinaire Tom.
Of
Woo.
course.
After listening to your podcast about the Great Los Angeles Grape Bubblegum Drought,
Oh.
I figured I should do something to help.
Yeah.
So please find and close both grape and cherry Dr. Pepper Hubba Bubba Bubble.
Yeah.
Holy
Dr.
crap!
Pepper
look at all
Hubba-
this. Wait,
There's-
here. It's all here. It's all
Get
here.
outta here.
Keep it for yourself. Share
my
it with
God.
your friends. Have
Go, Paul.
fun. I've also included some Zots in
Go,
case
Tom.
you don't have
Yes.
those in California
Oh,
either.
we used to eat
I
Zots.
forgot about Zots.
Oh, my
I hope I
gosh.
didn't break any state mailing laws by sending this. Eep.
Zots.
This is from David Barry. Oh, Ockler Nervosa, the man.
Oh, yeah.
He's been around since
Totally.
the G4
funny.
days.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever known your actual name, David Barry. Now
But
I'm
I will
really
tell you,
excited.
we've read,
amazing.
we
I
have
know
definitely
Oculus
read
Nervosa, yeah.
emails from David.
Yeah.
Because I know the name
Just never
David
put
Barry,
that
and I
together.
know the name Oculus Nirvana.
Now we have
whatever
the
it is.
connections.
That's
the name I
amazing.
did.
Wait,
Thank you for
I'm going
this.
to eat a Zot
These are
right
like-
now.
I remember eating Zots as kids. It was like
Oh,
drugs
yeah.
for us.
I'm going to eat a
And
cherry.
all the candy
How
was drugs.
Fun Dip was
I'm going to eat a
basically.
cherry Zot.
Dude, I gotta
What
try
is
this.
a Zot? Yeah, get some bubble gum.
I'll try this because Dr. Pepper's like my favorite. I don't drink soda, but this is
I didn't
my
want to
favorite
get a
soda.
bubble
I
gum
love
because I don't want to chew into the mic.
He's just going to chew it and then get the juice out of it
spit
and then
right
spit it back out.
Here, look, this is a Zot. It's just a hard candy, basically.
But then what's inside is the
Yeah.
magic.
What's inside?
Oh,
the
you bite
Zot.
into that
I
and you'll
forget.
You'll find
see. It's a
out.
surprise. It's like a...
Ah!
Yeah, isn't that great?
Oh my gosh, it's so tangy.
Yeah. This is fantastic.
I wasn't expecting that.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, David Barry.
You want
Appreciate
one?
that. I'm good for right now because somebody should have nothing in their mouth while we
The
finish
scum
this.
smells
All
amazing.
right, now it's stuck to the side.
All right, give me that box.
All right, you read
I'll
that
read
one.
this one.
Okay.
By the way, I snuck a peek into this one, and I'm very happy for this. It's amazing because we've talked about this again. Okay, here we go. Hey, happy H4 crew, Art again.
Oh, hi, Art.
Wait for it. Hi, Allison.
Oh.
I'm so glad that Alex's word to live by this year is execute, and he set up a way to send you guys stuff. Otherwise, I'd be stuck with these 3 extra Boring Company baseball hats.
Oh my gosh.
The Boring
This is
Company.
fantastic. I bought these for all of you and one for myself back before they became limited editions.
Oh my
way.
goodness.
And sold out collector's items,
Dude.
commanding a wide range of prices on eBay from $15.95 Elon Musk knockoffs to the $2,000 Allison because she's worth it woman's version.
Wait, what?
This is where I think he put them on there as like, there's Tom.
Oh, thank
Okay.
you. Look at that.
Put them in the bag.
SBT.
This is the
Is that the
Very
price tag on it?
expensive one.
Says
The women's
$15.95.
version.
No, I think this is him putting it in and saying like, see, this is what you could sell it for on eBay.
Oh, I see.
Thank you.
Alex, I know you don't like baseball caps, but this was too good of an opportunity to pass up. First off, I like them now, Art,
Dude.
because I get the hat. With an added bonus,
Mine's slightly smaller,
you can
sorry.
all be properly attired for this coming spring when the HHHH Boring Company, not a flamethrower comes.
Yes!
That's going to be
Totally
Oh my gosh.
going to be
I
doing
completely
that.
forgot that we got the flamethrower.
Yeah.
By we, I mean you, but we.
Thanks,
really.
Art.
Art,
Look at
thank
that.
Thank you so much, Art.
You
This
know-
is awesome.
I've been wearing my I'm a scientist hat all the time.
Well, now
I
you're
love
going to
it.
have a Boring Company
Now I'm going to
hat.
have a Boring Company hat.
I'm going to wear this hat and chew my Dr. Pepper gum.
I'm not going to put mine on yet because I'm
All
gross and
day.
sweaty because I went to the gym, but I
Well-
will put it on later.
Does it
This
you
is
don't like
amazing.
hats, Alex? I
Boring.
love hats. It looks good.
Wow, Alex, I'm going to be honest.
It's
That
just-
does
it
not look good on
doesn't
your
go
head.
over your
No.
earphones.
It's over the earphones. B, it's too small. I mean, I just have to pop the collar and make it happen.
Here, Tom, do you want to
Yes,
read
ma'am.
one?
Ooh, I'd love to read one.
Is
What
that-
we got?
what's that?
From who?
I'm
From
just
where?
looking. Oh, this is the great. You already read this one.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Allison. What's this?
I don't
that
know.
one.
There's a Post-it on it. Read it.
Funny podcast material, great read, author contact, and there's contact information. The Scrotum Chronicles.
Oh
What?
yeah.
50 you know what this was?
No, I remember reading the book and being like, "What?"
The Scrotum
Who's this-
Chronicles. It's a book.
Does it say who
From
it's
the
from?
author.
Oh, it's from
The
the
author
author.
sent it in saying, "You guys need
What's
to read
the author's
this."
name?
Herman.
Herman.
Let me
Just
see, wait a
Herman?
minute.
It's
The-
one name?
It's Herman. Let me find it. It's,
Check the back of the
It
book.
just says Herman everywhere.
Check the back of the book.
I
There's
know
a
how to
picture.
read a book.
There's a picture of somebody.
Yeah, but
I
it
think
doesn't say his name.
Is it Herman?
Maybe he's too embarrassed to put his first name. It just says Herman.
Oh,
That's
well,
amazing.
thanks, Herman.
I know. I'm very
Oh,
excited.
you look for the name, and then I can.
50 Shades of Purple Helmet. Herman.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Oh, my
The
God.
man's definitive answer to that awful the vagina monologues.
Oh, we got our finally.
Scrotum Chronicles.
That makes sense.
amazing.
To
That
my
makes
wife,
sense.
who has to put up with me for years, to the amazement of anyone who has ever met me. You'll understand why after you finish the book.
Let me see that. I gotta.
That's amazing.
What is it exactly about then?
I don't
Here,
know.
let me see. Just read
yeah,
it back.
yeah.
It's probably monologues, like the vagina monologues.
Yeah, interesting.
Having-
Yeah, because the first chapter is bewilderment.
All right. Having witnessed the vagina monologues, our author was inspired to reply for all mankind and to tell the world who really got a package, a veritable toy box attached right where it's handy. Take the journey of discovery, the chronological love story of man and his best friend, in quotes. Discover both the joys and
amazing.
troubles of being born with two brains and living with a little monster attached who is always taking control. Thanks, Herman.
That's
Totally
amazing.
read that.
Yeah, we're
Is there an
totally gonna
audiobook?
read that. Yeah, you should read the audiobook. We should volunteer you to be the guy who reads the audiobook.
I'll do
Let's
it.
read it. In the beginning. Where to start? Where to start? Let's go back to the beginning. That first recognition, the discovery. There you are, sitting in the middle of the living room, maybe 18 months old. You're ambulatory. You can pull yourself up to low-slung cocktail tables and stand, and you waddle over to your mom on the sofa.
This is actually the book?
When the legs tire, you plop down anywhere you please and focus on things. Anything.
Wow. This is-
Babies can play with their navel for an hour. Mattel figured out 60 years ago that 6 swatches of bright-colored plastic, some wax twine. This is amazing.
Yeah.
You should totally do an audio
audiobook.
version. A book
Oh, my
version.
gosh.
Herman.
That's hilarious.
Amazing. Okay.
Okay, we have one more package, but I don't know who it's from. Blau Arts?
Oh,
Wow.
this is the one with the
Wow.
comics. I feel like
Oh,
there's
what? Comics.
and there's something in
There's like a whole bunch of posters and comics.
I feel like there was a whole.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I almost dropped it all.
Yeah.
They're all signed.
They're
it's
boarded
all signed.
and bagged too.
Yeah,
Wait,
boarded, bagged,
for
and
our
signed.
Staunch Ambition.
Yeah, so
This
this
is the
is
name of this comic.
Yeah, I feel like. Are you sure there wasn't anything in there?
There had to be.
In the thing?
Yeah.
Oh. No, there's nothing. It's a T-shirt and some posters
Cool.
and a comic.
What? I love comics.
And
I
everything's
feel like I read-
signed.
oh, wait.
It's got to be Brian Lau. I think that's the author. Yeah, Brian Lau. He sent us all this. Thank you.
What?
This is some cool shit. What is this all about?
Yeah.
Well, it's a comic book,
Yeah.
and then it's got a shirt.
And they're all signed? Sweet.
They're not all signed.
Well, that's what
yes,
I'm
no, they
saying.
are all signed.
I think
Well,
it's.
yeah.
I think it's a set, right? Like I think it's 3 sets
Oh,
of
it
their
is.
3
Yes,
comics.
Got it.
Yep,
Yep.
yep.
Staunch
You each
Ambition.
There it
Yeah,
is.
that's issue 1, issue 2.
And he probably signed
Definitely.
one
Oh,
of them.
I found a post-it.
Oh, good. I was like, I know there's something in there.
He said, "I email you a letter. Search for his
Oh,
email address."
Great.
Here. Oh, search for Staunch Ambition. There you go. STAUNCH Ambition. Great.
There we go.
Do we have something?
Yep.
Yep.
It's pulling in now.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, can I see?
Allison, Alex, and supermassive volcano Thomas Krajewski.
Yeah.
First off, hello, Allison.
Hi, Brian.
I've been a fan of you and Alex since I found you on the. I've been a fan of you, Alex, since I found you on the Totally Rad show. Amazing. To this day, one of my favorite shows, # of all time.
Yes.
And I wanted to thank you for the years of quality entertainment. Glad to help. I have also followed you on 4 Points and fell in love with Allison.
Ooh.
Now, don't get any ideas. Just because I listened to you for years now doesn't mean that we were close and real friends. Okay, take it easy.
Hey.
Where was I? Oh, yeah. I'm getting my fix on Half Hour Happy Hour, and I've come to see why Tom has such an epic title.
Yes.
I was following Dan to see when his Why the Last Man movie would come out.
Oh, I forgot about
I
that.
know, a long time ago. And I eventually gave up. Then one day I went to see 10 Cloverfield Lane, and I thought I loved it, and sat in the theater and saw Dan's name, and it blew me away. I have to thank you for introducing me to many great films and many great entertainment. Recommended me Avatar: The Last Airbender, which, by the way, if you guys haven't
Yes.
seen, genius.
Yep.
Thank you, my womb that bore you. Thank you, and may the womb that bore you, all the breasts which nursed you, forever be praised.
That's
Amazing.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
That's very beautiful. Poetic, some might say.
Yep.
I started watching this with my family. I have 5 kids.
Wow.
We all loved it. Now we share the important, fun memories together. Such a beautiful time of bonding. We talked about the show. Okay. I'm loving the new show. Do not miss any episodes. I'm almost finished with all the past episodes, and I have to
Boy.
say my favorite part is when Alex goes off on comic tangents. I just love the humor. As a science fiction writer, I love the topics.
Yeah.
It is a perfect way to recharge my batteries and my imagination. Keep up the great work. I've sent you my blood, sweat, and tears
Yeah.
for all the drinks, metaphorically. I am an independent comic book creator, working my tail off with my day job, my family, and comic. I hope this gift will bring you at least a small amount of the same joy and entertainment you have given to me.
The artwork is really freaking cool.
Staunch Ambition.
I love that.
Yeah.
If not, well,
Oh.
then you can all kiss my ass and forget everything I said.
I just
I like this
realized Staunch Ambition, but the way it's colored in, it says station. It's STA Shun.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's all like space. It's definitely like sci-fi space themed.
Yeah.
Check it out,
Good
listeners. This is rad.
Yeah, I'm excited. I
Yeah.
wish you all continued success and prosperity. Peace. Your friendly neighborhood comic creator, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
Welcome
Very
to the
cool.
new
Yeah.
enlightenment. That's what this is. That's what this is about.
Yeah,
Why did Nerd Melt have to close? I want more stuff.
I know. I'm going to be...
I want more bubblegum. Zach.
Oh, amazing. And then there's a follow-up email. I heard in the news that sending your packages has gone out of business. What the fuck? I just sent you the greatest stuff known to mankind. Are you kidding me?
We got it, Brian. We got it.
Oh, my
It is
God.
pretty amazing.
Oh, my God. That's
sorry.
fantastic.
Oh man, I feel bad for people who are catching up and they're like, "Oh, I'll send them something," and then they get a few episodes later and they're like, "Shit."
Yeah. Well, we have emails, too. Like, somebody sent in an email that was like, I'm going to be at PAX East. And I was like, that happened while we were not
Oh,
recording.
sorry. Yeah. Do we
Anyway.
have? How are we doing? Do we? I feel like we
It's
should
up
have a
to
quick
you.
story.
Yeah,
We can do a quick story.
Yeah.
Woo, all right, let me see. Why don't we do it with a connection to an email? Well, why don't we do this? I'll do the one that the guy said PAX East.
Okay.
Okay, so this is from Rise.
Hi, Rise.
Hi, Allison.
We've done this before. I remember that.
PAX East and an Easter Bunny molester.
What?
I'm going to PAX East this week and want to know if any of you will be there. Sadly, we were not. I really want to get my hands on one of those Alisons.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah. What?
Also, Alex, what did you do
Did you
for
have
the
a
con
stroke?
cream? Definitely need that as well. Con cream, I do. It's Massengill,
Yes.
and it's like a Massengill, and my wife got it for
Isn't that
jogging. It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's
Okay.
like a
Thing for-
anti-friction cream
Yeah.
by Massengill. So just
Sexy.
go to where ladies put things on their things, and then buy some and say it's for your wife, and then put it on your crotch. Anyway, and to pay the toll, my story toll, here's a crazy one. Okay, so check this out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Woman arrested
Oh, dear.
after raunchy come on to Easter Bunny.
Oh, yeah.
What? You
Yeah.
heard about this?
Did.
Oh.
So disapproving witnesses reported lewd acts to a costumed creature.
Jesus.
So this was in what's it called? Oh yeah, Richland Carousel Park.
Wow.
Richland Carousel Park. Where? Let me see where it's.
She drunk. She had to be drunk.
Yeah.
right?
So she.
Okay.
So essentially, what happened was there's this 54-year-old woman, LaDonna Hewitt. She was arrested, and basically they had this Easter Bunny, and it was Easter, so the people
Yeah.
could come and like sit on Easter Bunny's lap.
Yeah.
Bring your kids and all that stuff. So she gets up on Easter Bunny's lap, drunk as a skunk, starts trying to jerk him off, kissing his face. It's being recorded. There's kids around,
Oh
and she
my
starts talking about how she wants
gosh.
to bang the Easter Bunny, and it's so great to see the guy in the costume because he's.
You can see it?
Well, yeah, there's a video of it.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, check it out.
Oh,
Jesus.
dear.
That's just a screen grab.
Oh, good
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
And the best part is, look at the face of the Easter Bunny costume.
Yeah.
Because you know he's inside going, what the fuck is this lady doing
Yeah.
grabbing my crotch? But the face is like,
Like,
it's the best thing that could ever happen. This lady's so great. And you're just like, I know that's not what his reaction is
Right.
under the mask. And she tried to like put her hand under the mask and like touch his face.
Oh, good Lord.
No, it was
The
bad.
Easter Bunny has his hashtag Me Too moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
To be fair, that Easter Bunny's pretty hot.
Yeah.
It's pretty hot. Yeah.
Sexy
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Easter Bunny.
Well, I didn't know that the costumes usually came with big cod pieces like that, but that's okay.
Good Lord.
For children's costumes.
Oh,
Man.
boy.
Yeah, but how fun is that? Like, you get
How
drunk.
fun.
And,
Not fun
when,
at all.
To watch
when the
it.
police showed up, she was riding around the carousel, just sitting on the carousel.
Oh, my God.
And they were like, well, she was clearly intoxicated, slurring her speech. She couldn't really walk very well. And so we arrested her for drunkenness in public.
okay.
Public drunkenness.
Not masturbating
sexual.
an Easter
Yeah,
Bunny.
masturbating an
Jesus.
Easter Bunny.
Wow.
Section
Jeez.
1.245.
Good Lord.
Masturbating an Easter Bunny.
Oh, good.
Anyway,
Lord.
so
the code.
before we go,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we've been talking a lot because we haven't seen each other in a while.
I know, we
Yeah.
have
This
it.
is why I went.
I've missed you guys.
guys too.
Okay, here we go. I
What?
can't think of a creative title for this email.
Oh.
Hey there, 4-H family. Artist Tim here.
Artist
oh,
Tim.
Artist Tim. Hi, Artist Tim.
Hi,
There you
Allison.
go. Sorry.
Ooh,
That's
even
close.
less spaces. It's been a while since I've written, and I'm starting to feel like I've been neglecting my artistic duties.
Ooh.
But before we get to the presents, I want to give you a little update on what it's been going on with me.
Okay.
It looks like I will probably not be able to make it to San Diego this year to see the three of you. I'm pretty sure all of you, especially Allison, will appreciate the reason.
Oh.
I'm in the middle of planning my first trip to Italy.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I thought he was going to be like, I'm going to space camp.
Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh, don't go to fucking Naples.
Yeah. Oh, you ready? It's been a lifelong goal, and I'm going to make it happen this year. So if Allison has any good hacking tips to share, I'd really appreciate it. I already know. Hang on to my phone and don't go to Naples.
There you go. There you go. Also, I had friends, I might have talked about this on the show, but I had friends who took their honeymoon out there, and they were in Rome, and their flight out of Rome was in the evening.
Yeah.
But they had to check out of the hotel, at like 11 a.m. So they put all their bags in their car and drove around Rome, and then got out to go see the
I think you
Colosseum.
told us about
and they came
this.
back, and all their luggage was stolen out of the car. So also don't leave anything in the car.
Yeah.
Just don't go to Italy.
Yeah. Well, you can go.
I'm
just
kidding. I've been there.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Head on a swivel.
Eat
Head on a
all
swivel.
the food. It's so good.
So great. Go to Antigua. There's way less crime.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to make sure I do give credit for the inspiration for the art that is attached.
Ooh.
Way back when you were streaming the Saturn V Lego build,
Yes.
Japan Brian made a comment. I don't exactly remember what he said, but it was something like, someone should cosplay as Lego Alison. Well, that
Lego
got my
Alison.
brain going.
What?
And since I can't leave Tom out, here are 2 pieces of art for you to enjoy. Check this out.
Oh my
Lego
gosh.
Alison
That's badass.
Alison.
That's cool.
and Lego Super Volcano.
Dude, Tim, that is amazing. Thank you.
Gosh.
All right, I got to put that up.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
All right?
Pass that on to
Jeez.
Tom and I. That's
Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, you should
All right,
definitely
that's cool.
print that out, Tom, and frame that
That's so
poster.
cool.
'cause that's fantastic.
We look like we're in the Lego movie.
We
Yeah,
should
that's
be.
actually-
Oh my gosh, little Easter eggs they can put.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that'd be so great.
They
If we
really
know anybody
should.
that's doing
I do.
Lego
I
movie
actually know someone who works
yeah.
on the Lego movies.
Yeah.
Send them this.
I'll make that happen.
Send them this.
I know. I've known him since birth too. He
Yeah,
owes
fuck
me.
that. You could put a little, just put a
Yeah.
little person in the background, just walking past the
Yeah,
camera.
exactly.
Little Lego Alison, and then
Like-
Super Volcano Tom right behind.
Looking
That
right
would
at
be
camera.
Amazing.
Spiking camera for no reason.
I love it.
Thanks,
Anyway,
dude.
thank you so much, Tim.
You guys, this was a good episode.
It was
Yeah.
fun, right?
I really missed you guys.
I know,
I
it's
forgot how
been
much
too
fun I
long.
have with you guys.
Really?
Let's do it again next week, okay?
Yeah, let's do
Good
that.
idea.
Let's do it.
I'll
Sweet.
be here.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right, great. Hey, everyone, thanks for listening.
Hey, everyone.
It was great having you around, too. If you would like to email us, you can email us at halfhourhappyhourfans@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter, halfhourhappyhr. Please subscribe to us on whatever you listen to us on, iTunes, Stitcher,
Stitchers.
Google Play, Spotify, all that jazz.
Hey, Google.
Hey, Google.
Google. Hey, Google.
And that is it for this week's episode of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Alison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip.
And I'm Alex Albrecht. Sitting in with us, as always, the lovely and talented Tom Super Volcano Crafts.
How?
Bye. What?
See you next week.
How?
Now leaving Nerdist.com.